king's statue was slowly hoisted up, but the laborers had already fainted from exhaustion. The statue began to tilt back, and the laborers pulling the rope were still desperately holding on. The scene started to become chaotic. The hundreds of workers under the statue were about to be crushed to death. Suddenly, a masked man grabbed one end of the rope, and the statue was surprisingly pulled to a halt in midair. As the man kept moving forward, the statue gradually began to rise. While pulling the statue, the man also helped up an old man who had fallen. At this moment, a gentle breeze blew open the man's veil. The old man's eyes went wide, and he couldn't help but say, "Bahubali." This was the name of their former king. The workers behind also started shouting, "Bahubali! Bahubali! Bahubali! Bahubali!" As if these names could bring them immense strength. In an instant, everyone at the king's court began to cheer and raise their arms. The king's face was so gloomy it looked like it was about to rain. The imprisoned queen, however, now showed a joyful hope. She glared fiercely at the king, and the king was so angry his teeth itched. On the other side, because Shiva had been missing for many days, Avantika was worried about him and confessed Shiva's situation to the organization. She wanted to bring people to the royal city to coordinate with Shiva's rescue plan. Late at night, Shiva snuck into the palace and knocked over a furnace, preparing to rescue the queen in the chaos. The king felt this person's gaze was very familiar, so he sent soldiers to capture him. Shiva shook off his pursuers and saw the queen in the square. He quickly disposed of the pursuers, and before the second wave of soldiers could attack, he pulled over a horse-drawn carriage. Using his sword, he cut the iron chains and escaped the square with the queen. However, not far from the city gate, Shiva fell into an ambush and was knocked away by a flying tree branch.